Hey everyone, in this video we're going to take a look at the second story from chapter 11 of the Road to Latin textbook. So it's called Tullia, Magistra Filiarum II. Okay, so like I always tell you in these videos, if you want to see the story in a slightly different way, get some more resources, feel free to check out my website. You can find, this story with cases highlighted, an English translation, a bunch of grammar notes, things that'll just help you understand it. So if that's something that you'd be interested in, feel free to take a look. I also have the whole Road to Latin textbook digitized. If you just want to see the unedited text, feel free. It's all there. And hopefully there'll be some things that would help you out if you are going to use this textbook either in class or just to learn Latin on your own. Before we dive into the story, though, like I always say, what you want to do before you read any of these stories is make sure you have the vocab under control. This is the second story of chapter 11, so hopefully you're already feeling pretty comfortable with all the words because there's no new words here. They're just going to repeat. And if you're in a good place for the vocab, then you should dive into the grammar and make sure you really understand what's going on, as well as reading the story aloud and having someone read it back to you. So again, find a partner, anyone that can read this to you, but you never want to shut off that speaking and listening component. It'll really help you catch the patterns of how the story works, and help you learn the language, right? So just make sure that you've done that. Once you're in that place, and you feel really comfortable, you should dive in, which is what we're going to do now. So this story starts with nonne rosai sunt pulchri filii mei. So it's a question. Nonne just means surely, right? You're asking this yes or no question technically, but you're expecting a yes answer. So it's saying surely the roses, the rosai, are pulchri, right? Sunt pulchri, they are beautiful. Filii mei here is the vocative. So Tullia, the mom, is talking to her daughter. So she says, surely the roses are beautiful, my daughters, right? Then you have mane ego in vilam rosas porto. So early in the morning, mane, ego, which means I, porto, I carry, right, or I am carrying, or you might even say carried, are into the house, rosas, right? In vilam just means into the house. Again, the accusative here is showing motion into something. And rosas is your direct object, roses. So it's saying early in the morning, I carried roses into the house. Then you have tu Cornelia, aquam portas. So you, Cornelia, again, Cornelia is vocative. You, Cornelia, are carrying water. Aquam, right? Secunda quoque aquam portat. So Secunda also is carrying water. Tum nos rosas ad statuas dearum portamos et statuas ornamos. So then we, nos is your subject, what do? Portamos, we carry rosas, roses, ad statuas, to the statues. Again, it's accusative because you're showing motion towards something. And it's to the statues, dearum, of the goddesses, right? It's genitive plural. So to the statue of goddesses, and et statuas ornamos. Ornamos means we decorate, and statuas is your second direct object, right? Et is a conjunction, so you have a separate thought here. It's saying, and we decorate the statues. Vos puellae rubras rosas amatis et vestras rosas rubras ad Dianae statuam portatis. So vos means you all. So you all, girls, right? You all love amatis rubras rosas, red roses. And Vestras rosas, your roses, your red roses actually. So vestras rosas rubras is all a direct object. It's portatis, you're carrying your red roses, right? Your direct object, ad Dianae statuam, to the statuam, to the statue of Diana, right? Diana here is genitive. So it's saying you all love, right, your red roses, and you carry those red roses to the statue of Diana to decorate it. Quotidie means daily. So quotidie agricolae corbulas plenas rosarum ad vilam nostrum portant. So every day, the agricolae, the farmers, they portant, they carry corbulas plenas. So corbulas are baskets, right? Small baskets. Plenas means full. And again, when you have that adjective of full, you need to be full of something. You need a genitive. In this case, it's rosarum. So full of roses. So every day, again, daily, farmers carry baskets of roses ad vilam nostrum, to our house. Ego rosas libenter curo. So I gladly, libenter, take care of roses, right? Take care of the roses. Okay, so it means use them, I guess, for different decorations. Okay. Then you have the second paragraph. You have nonne coronae rosarum pulchri sunt puellae. So surely the coronae, the crowns of roses, rosarum is genitive plural. The crowns of roses are beautiful, girls, right? Girls is just vocative. So again, it's explaining what she does with the roses. She makes crowns out of them. So it says surely the crowns of roses are beautiful, girls. Then you have videsne coronam rosarum albarum, Cornelia. So vides means you see, right? You singular see, but because it's a question, you want to say, do you see? And the ne means you're just asking a yes or no question. Again, none also indicates a yes or no question, but it implies the answer is going to be yes, right? So when she says, surely the crowns are beautiful, she's expecting her children to say, yeah, they definitely are. When you put ne on it, you're not entirely sure if it's going to be a yes or no question, right? So when she says videsne, it's saying, do you see the coronam rosarum albarum? Do you see the crown of white roses, Cornelia, right? She's legitimately asking that, like, hey, do you see this, right? Could be yes, could be no. Then you have the last paragraph, which is your answer. You have coronam video, Tullia, right? I see the crown, Tullia. Tullia is vocative, right? So she said, do you see it? Yeah, I see it. None est pulchra, right? So surely it is beautiful. Then you have videtne dea Diana coronas, Tullia, question, right? So she's again saying, do you see the coronas, right? It's not do you see. Videtne means he, she, or it sees. So your subject is dea Diana. So it's saying, does the goddess Diana see the coronas, the crowns, Tullia, right? So she asks a question, says, does the goddess see these crowns that we're making for her? And the response is certe, right? Certainly, certe mea filia parva. So certainly my small or my young or little daughter. Dei omnia vident, right? The gods, dei, vident, see, omnia. Omnia means everything. It's a direct object in this case, right? And I think that's a new word we haven't really seen yet, but it just means everything. So the gods see everything. Then you have said, nos deas non videmus. But we, right, non videmus, we don't see deas, the goddesses, right? So, she's asking the kid saying, do the goddesses see this? Yeah, of course they do. Goddesses see everything. And the girl says, but we don't see them, right? And the response is, vos puellae, deas non videtis, quod dei in terra non habitant. So you, right, you all girls, right? Girls, puellae is your vocative. So she's saying, you all girls, non videtis, you don't see deas, the goddesses. Because dei, the goddess, is a new subject, right? Quod is our conjunction, so you have a new thought. The goddesses, non habitant, they don't live in terra, on the earth, right? So this story is a short one, just kind of continuing the idea of, Tullia teaching her kids different things. In this case, she's kind of teaching them about goddesses, gods and goddesses. But it's really trying to get you to work on your verb endings, okay, which is what this chapter is really hitting on. So you have a bunch of verbs ending in, ost, must to some. I do something, you do something. And by having it in a conversation, the book is able to give you sort of call and response. Do you see this? Yes, I see it. Do we do this? Yes, you all do that, right? It's a really good way to get practice on your verb endings and just see how they all play together in Latin. Okay. But other than that, it's nothing new in terms of vocab. It's just, picking up where the first story left off and giving you another shot to practice your grammar. So hopefully this wasn't too confusing. If you have any questions at all, or there's something that I, did or translated that you're not sure of, feel free to leave a comment down below. I'll help you however I can, right? I always tell you that, but feel free. But otherwise, just keep practicing it, right? If you're using my website, my textbook, you can always look at an English translation while you do this to compare your answers to what I put the answer should be. And it doesn't need to be perfect, but as long as you're doing this and practicing it and feeling confident and you're on the right track to the translation I gave you, it probably means you're in a really, really good place, right? And if you're not there yet, just keep practicing and it'll come to you. All right. Keep at it. Good luck. And let me know if you need anything.